Sadney, Rennie invited me to a party. Would you like to come with me? Why not? I love parties. Hey guys, Sonic Gamer here, and today we're going to be starting up a new Pretty Blood What If while we wait for the eventual follow-up to Red Snow, because we finally got a trailer for it, and soon I'll have something to work off of for What If Carl Survived Part 2. Speaking of which, Part 1 seemed to have gotten quite the number of attention. Granted, it's nowhere near 1,000 views, but it's still the most amount of views I've ever got in a while. Sad, I know. Anyway, I digress. For this what-if scenario, we're going to be going back to a much earlier point in the timeline, all the way to the events of the second episode of the series, Toy Lilly. Fun fact, this was actually the episode that introduced me to the series back in 2023, because the re-upload by Intulo kept showing up in my YouTube recommendations. I probably butchered that name, but whatever. In this episode, Rennie was inviting a dozen of her friends, including Lilly, to a party. Little did they know that this was a trap set up by Rennie in order to sell them to Pretty Blood. She does so by spiking the punch, which made them all pass out at exactly 9 p.m. Bit of a side note, that was never made clear to me. I'm just going by what the fandom wiki says. Lilly was then implanted by a device that allowed anyone to control her remotely, and Rennie does this by forcing her to kill her own parents. Wow, that's gotta be the most fucked up thing that Rennie has ever done in this series. Bar none. Now, it's possible that this could have been avoided. How, you may ask? Well, in the same episode, Rennie considered inviting her friend Nono to the party. However, after being startled, Nono drops a bunch of papers onto the ground, and one of them had a picture of Sadney on it. Rennie noticed this and just walked right past Nono, essentially ghosting her. Now, at the time of this episode's release, it was unknown why Rennie did this. It wasn't until Little Cute Thing's 5,000 subscriber special where we finally got an answer to this. Speaking of which, at the time of writing this, Little Cute Thing is now at over 86,000 subscribers. Congrats to him, I hope it gets higher. Anyway, in the 5,000 subscriber special, it's revealed that Rennie actually knows who Sadney is and what he's capable of. And she's terrified of him because of that. So basically, Rennie was scared that Sadney could easily kill her if anything bad happened to Nono, since the two of them were such great friends. Now, imagine a scenario where Rennie never noticed that piece of paper that Nono dropped. What if Rennie was invited to the party? Now, some of you might be going into the comments and saying, well, obviously, Nono would be killed, Sadney would be pissed, and would fucking murder Rennie over it.
End of story. Bye-bye. See you later.
However, that wouldn't be much of a story, and it would be pretty anticlimactic. So let's try to make the story a bit more interesting. After receiving the invite, Nono asks Rennie if she can bring a friend with her. Thinking the more victims the better, she allows it. Little did Rennie know that the friend that Nono had in mind was Sadney, the very human that she feared. Now, of course would Nono invite Sadney to the party. The two of them were such great friends after all. We then time skip to the party, and Rennie greets Nono. Ah, Nono! Glad you can make it. Glad to be here, Rennie. Oh, Rennie, let me introduce you. This is Sadney. He's my +1 for the party. Rennie is in complete shock to see Sadney right beside Nono. Yeah, I did say you can bring a guest to the party. So, you're Rennie? Nono told me all about you. You're much cuter in person. Oh, thanks. Yep, Rennie was fucked. Why don't you two come in? As Sadney and Nono walked in, Rennie started to freak out. She didn't anticipate this at all. Rennie then rushed back inside to talk to her associates about the situation. Nono was enjoying the party and was about to get a cup of punch, but Sadney stopped her and said, I wouldn't drink that if I were you. Why not? Oh, you'll see soon enough. Sadney knows what's up, and he was prepared. Meanwhile, Rennie went to talk to her associates in private. Now, these characters were left unnamed in the original episode, so I would have to use made-up names when referring to them. I left a Reddit post asking for suggestions, and I got quite the number of them. The names I decided to go with were Cyrus, Dodger, and Teddysaurus. Now, Left Key 5009 did suggest the name Melatonin for the second one, and even though I think that's a funny name, I just happen to like Dodger more. Melatonin could be a nickname that the others give him. Is something wrong, Rennie? Yeah, you look like you're freaking out about something. Cyrus, Dodger, we need to abort the mission. What? Are you serious? Yeah, we've come too far to fall back now. Look, guys, I fucked up, okay? I told my friend Nono she can bring a guest because I thought the more victims, the better. But I didn't think she was bringing Sadney. Who? The human-like creature. Oh, that guy? You're worried about him? He doesn't look so tough. Rennie then tells them that Sadney isn't like most humans, and that it's rather debatable whether or not he is human or not. And that's why I think we should abort. Rennie? It's already 9 o'clock. Shit! All of the party guests then pass out except for Sadney and Nono. Nono starts freaking out from this. What's going on? Why is everyone falling to the floor? This is why I told you not to drink the punch. It was spiked. Rennie, Cyrus, and Dodger then run into the room where the guests are, and they notice that Sadney and Nono are still awake. Rennie, those two are still awake. No shit, genius. Rennie, what's going on here? Was the punch really spiked? Rennie just stood there in fear. She had no idea what to say to get herself out of this. Sadney then speaks up. I knew you were up to something, Rennie. That's why I agreed to be Nono's date for the party. This party was a trap so you can sell those Molinos to Pretty Blood, wasn't it? That human knows too much. Come on, Melatonin. Let's kill these two. Thought I told you I hated that nickname. Whatever. Let's just kill them. No, I already told you. Sadney is way too hard to kill. We should get out of here while we still can. But he might spill the beans. We gotta at least try. Cyrus and Dodger then take out their AK-47s and start firing at Sadney and Nono. But Sadney was able to catch every single bullet. He then drops the bullets and gives Cyrus and Dodger a rather scary look. You should have ran while you had the chance. Sadney then lunges towards Cyrus, giving him a gut punch so hard that it caused him to cough up blood. He then turns to Dodger, grabs both of his arms, and rips them right off. He then uses one of the arms as a back scratcher, and then says, You know, for someone named Dodger, you really don't live up to that name. Perhaps your name really should be Melatonin. Sadney then kills Dodger by slashing him with one of his own claws. He then does the same to Cyrus. Rennie then runs outside to where Teddysaurus is and tells him to start the engine. However, Sadney appeared on the vehicle's hood, staring at Teddysaurus with a sinister look. No, please, don't kill me. My kind are almost extinct. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried kidnapping my best friend. Sadney then punches right through the windshield, leaving a hole in Teddysaurus' chest, leaving a grenade in there, causing him along with the vehicle to explode. Rennie then runs back inside to hide into an escape chute. Sadney searches for Rennie, but Rennie is nowhere to be seen. Nono then walks up to Sadney and says, Sadney, thanks for protecting me, but did you really have to kill them? It was a kill or be killed situation. I had to. Sure, I could just let the police do their job, but Pretty Blood is far too powerful for the police to handle. Do you understand? Nono wasn't sure what to make of the situation. She had just found out that her friend works for an evil organization, and that she was going to send her away to be tortured. Despite that, she still wonders if anyone involved really deserved to die or not. She is a pacifist after all. Back in the escape chute, Rennie had just called for backup, and she waits in fear. After a while, a helicopter can be heard. It lands, and 4 mercenaries emerge from it. Kim, Canny, Mr. X, and Puzz. Yeah, I decided to have these 4 appear much earlier in the timeline because, why not? After hearing the helicopter, Rennie crawls through the escape chute to meet up with them. Meanwhile, Sadney and Nono notice the mercs and comment on them. Who are they? Mercenaries. Rennie must have contracted them. They're here to kill us. Kim then notices something trying to pop out of the ground and points his weapon to it. But Rennie reassures them by giving them the passcode. Torture is not my fetish. She then pops out of the ground. I take it you have quite the party animal in there. Of course, he killed my business partners. Not to worry, we'll take care of it. Fine, it's your funeral. Come on, you're talking to a war veteran here. The only thing I should be worried about is my salary. While this conversation was going on, Sadney takes out his sniper rifle, attempting to kill Rennie. However, Nono intervenes and tries to stop Sadney. A shot fires, but the bullet only hits one of Rennie's ears. Now why did you go and do that for, Nono? I still want answers from her. Hey, who's there? Rennie, get in the helicopter, quick! Rennie quickly boards the helicopter and takes cover. The mercs point their weapons at the house. Sadney then jumps out of the window, revealing himself. So, you're the human that caused so much trouble around here, huh? But let's see how well you fare against 4 professionally trained killers.
Bring it on.
The 4 mercs then fire at Sadney, but Sadney was able to catch every single bullet, to the surprise of the mercs. The mercs tried ganging up on Sadney, but they stood no chance. Sadney swipes his hand right through Kim's neck, decapitating him. He rips out Canny's heart and shoves it into Canny's mouth. He takes out one of Mr. X's daggers and makes him literally spill his guts. Puz witnessed in horror as Sadney took out 3 professionally trained mercenaries without breaking a sweat. Rennie saw all of this too, and started having a panic attack. If she stayed any longer, then Sadney would surely go after her next. Puz runs towards the helicopter, telling Rennie that they need more people here. However, Rennie hijacks the helicopter, leaving Puz for dead. Puz is rightfully pissed about this. She curses at Rennie and tries to shoot her down for treachery, but all the shots missed.
Karma sure is a bitch, ain't it?
Puz gives it some thought and decides to propose something to Sadney.
Look, you want to kill Rennie, right? Well, now that she's abandoned me, I want to kill her too.
If we can just work together, we could...
Did you not see me wipe out your comrades? They were professionally trained mercenaries. What makes you think I can't handle someone like Rennie? Besides, why would I partner up with scum like you? What if I promise to change my ways?
Sadney then shoots Puz. Her lifeless body then falls to the ground.
I wouldn't believe you.
Sadney then returns inside, only to see a frightened and devastated Nono.
You and the others are safe now. Sure, Rennie got away, but she won't be coming back anytime soon.
But why? Why would Rennie do this? I thought I knew her.
That's just the type of person she is. She enjoys killing the people she loves, including her friends.
If that's how she treats her friends, then I don't want to be her friend anymore.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now help me get rid of the bodies and clean up all the blood. It's best that the guests don't know what just went down.
The 2 of them then do exactly that. They also remain at the house until all the guests wake up just to play it safe. They don't wake up until morning, and when they do, they are all confused.
Huh? What happened last night?
Nono then says to everyone that someone spiked the punch as a mean prank, which is half true to say the least. All of the guests go back home, and Sadney continues to train Nono. And that is where we're going to leave things off for right now. So what do you think? Is this scenario more interesting than the more obvious one? What will Nono do now that she knows Rennie's true colors? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep the discussion going. Until next time, this is Sonic Gamer, signing off.